Hello dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Buzruk. I will discuss cash flow statement. Go to study note number 3, cash flow statement. I will discuss illustration. Second illustration, name of the company MZ Limited, profit and loss statement for the year ended 31st March 15. Revenue from operation, refer note number 1. Other income, refer note number 2. It is income from investment. It will be shown under investment activity. Total revenue is 11,200. Cost of material consumed, refer note number 3. Changes in inventories of finished goods. Opening stock of finished goods minus closing stock of finished goods, refer note number 4. It is minus 1000. Raw material is shown in cost of material consumed. It is nothing but opening stock of raw material plus purchases minus closing stock of raw material. And as per note number 3, you will have only difference in opening and closing stock of finished goods. Employee cost, note number 5. Finance cost. Finance cost is nothing but interest paid. This is to be shown under financing activity. No note has been prepared for this. Depreciation, amortization expenses, these are non-cash expenses. Other expenses are 2000. Total expenses are 10,300. Profit before exceptional, extraordinary item and taxes 900. There is no exceptional item, no extraordinary item. So profit before tax from continuing operation is 900. Current tax is 100. Profit after tax from continuing operation is 800. Profit brought forward from previous year is 100. Therefore, profit available for appropriation is 900. From this, deduct appropriation, that is proposed dividend, transfer to general reserve, dividend distribution tax is nil. So total appropriation is 850. So profit to be carried forward to balance sheet is 50. Now this is balance sheet of MZ Limited as at 31st March 15. Rupees are in lakhs. There is printing mistake. First amount column is for March 14 and second amount column is for March 15. Share capital, increase in share capital. 1000 is increase in share capital. So this is inflow which will be shown under financing activities. Whatever you get on the liabilities side of balance sheet, if there is any change, that is to be shown under financing activity. Reserves and surplus, refer note number 6. Long-term borrowings, refer note number 7. Sundry creditors, that is trade payables, difference in indirect method. You are supposed to show this under increase decrease in current liabilities. Short-term provisions, refer note number 10. Tangible assets, note number 8. Non-current investments, no reference of note has been given. Long-term loans and advances, note number 9. Current assets, in that inventories, trade receivables are nothing but sundry debtors, cash and cash equivalent. Now we'll see various notes. Note number 1 is revenue from operation. Note number 2 is other income. Note number 3, raw material consumed, opening stock of raw material plus purchases of raw material minus closing stock of raw material is raw material consumed. Change in stock of finished goods is note number 4. Employee benefit is note number 5. Reserves and surplus is note number 6. Again make changes. First column is 2014 and second column is 2015. That is, first column is opening balance and second column is closing balance. General reserve, profit and loss account. Long-term borrowings, secured loan. Note number 8, tangible assets, you have gross block minus accumulated depreciation, net block. Long-term loans and advances, in this you have advance tax. As advance tax is given, closing advance payment of tax is 100. This will be shown as outflow in the operating activity. Then you don't have to bother about provision for taxation. Direct advance payment of tax is to be shown as outflow. Tax provision, other provisions, opening and closing are same. Proposed dividend, opening is 450 and closing is 600. Always opening proposed dividend is shown as dividend paid under financing activity. Now we'll see cash flow from operating activity by direct method. Collection from debtors, sales, which is given in note number 1, plus opening debtors minus closing debtors, you will get collection from debtors, which is 9,500. Payment to creditors is nothing but opening balance of creditors plus purchases, which you will get in note number 3. Note number 3 is raw material consumed. There you will find purchases, opening stock of raw material plus purchases minus closing stock. These purchases you will get there minus closing balance of creditors. You will get payment to creditors. Payment to creditor is 5450. Salaries and contributions to retirement benefit scheme, note number 5. No opening and closing salaries and wages are given. So whatever is given in profit and loss account is paid. Other expenses, whatever you get in profit and loss account is paid. No opening, closing. You will get cash flow from operating activities, that is 9,500 minus 9,950. Cash inflow minus cash outflow. Outflow is more, so it is negative 450. Deduct advance payment of tax, note number 9. Just now we have seen 100. So cash flow from operating activities is minus 550. Figures within the bracket indicate cash outflows. Notes: cash inflow from sale of goods and services are given by cash sales plus collection from debtors. Cash outflow on account of purchase of materials are given by cash purchases plus payment to creditors. It may be noted that income from investment is classified as cash flow from investment activities and interest payment on long-term loans is classified as cash flow from financing activities. Dividend payment also falls under the category of cash flow for financing activities. Now, computation of cash flow from operating activity by indirect method. What you can do is, from profit and loss account you can directly take profit before tax, profit before exceptional, extraordinary items and taxes 900. Or one more method is given when profit and loss account is not given. In that case, what you can do is you use this method: change in general reserve, that is increase in general reserve, closing balance minus opening balance 250. This you will get in note number 6. Change in profit and loss account, closing profit and loss minus opening profit and loss, it is negative minus 50. Tax provision, you will get it in profit and loss account 100. It is given as current tax. And proposed dividend, this also you will get in profit and loss account, which is 600. If profit and loss account is not given, in that case this method is used, indirect method. So difference in general reserve 250 plus difference in profit and loss account minus 50, taxation provision plus 100, proposed dividend plus 600, you will get 900. Call it profit before tax and then proceed as usual. So in this particular question, profit before tax is given. Directly you can write here profit before tax 900 and start doing this by indirect method, but you can do this way also. So increase in general reserve minus decrease in profit and loss account plus tax provision plus proposed dividend is profit before tax. Add one more row here called profit before tax, which is 900. Then interest 800 which is debited to profit and loss account is to be added because it is financing activity. Depreciation 500, which is debited to profit and loss account, is to be added because it is non-cash expenditure. Then income from investment is to be deducted because it is income from investing activity. So you will get 1000. Now you have to do working capital adjustments. Inventories are given in balance sheet, opening as well as closing. If there is increase in inventories, that is increase in current assets, then in that case you are supposed to deduct. Sundry debtors, again increase in sundry debtors, debtors are given in balance sheet, deduct. Sundry creditors, there is decrease in sundry creditors, these are also given in balance sheet, deduct. After doing this working capital adjustments, that is change in current assets and current liabilities, you will get cash from operating activities, which is negative 450. Deduct advance payment of tax, which is 100, which is given in note number 9. You will get cash flow after tax from operating activities. Working capital adjustments, increase in current assets like inventories, debtors, prepayments block the cash flow, whereas decrease in current asset releases cash. Although there was profit before interest and depreciation amounting to rupees 1000 lakhs, such profit was not represented by cash since it was blocked in inventories and debtors. Similarly, any increase in current liabilities means withholding cash payments. In other words, increase in current liabilities means increase in cash flow from operating activities. On the other hand, decrease in current liability means additional cash outflow, which further reduce cash flow from operating activities. After the working capital adjustments, it appears that there was net cash outflow from operating activities. However, under both direct and indirect method, cash flow from operating activities can be derived at same level. That means cash flow from operating activities by both the methods, direct method and indirect method, is same. Illustration 2a. Taking the data given in illustration 2 and using the following additional information, derive cash flow from investment activities. Take 10% of investment given in balance sheet as risk-free and readily encashable, and remaining of the investment as long-term investments. So whatever investments are given in the balance sheet, 10% of that consider it as cash equivalent and 90% as long-term investments, and find out cash flow from investment activities. Now, purchase of fixed assets, increase in gross block. Note number 8. Closing minus opening. Closing is more, that means asset has been purchased. So outflow, that's why it is written in negative bracket. Investments, opening 1000, closing 1500. 10% is cash equivalent, deduct it. So remaining is long-term investment. Opening is 900, closing is 1350. Increase in investments, that means they have invested the difference, which is 450. So it is outflow. Minus 2000 minus 450, 2450. This is outflow in investment activities. But in investment activities, you have income from investment. Refer note number 2, which is 1200. So minus 2450 plus 1200 is minus 1250. This is cash flow from investing activities. As it is negative, it is cash outflow from investing activities. Illustration 2b. Take the information given in illustration 2 and 2a and derive cash flow from financing activities. Issue of shares. If you see balance sheet, closing capital is 4000, opening capital is 3000. That means there is issue of capital 1000. This is inflow, so positive. Loans, refer note number 7. Closing loans 6000, opening loans 4000. That means this has been amount has been borrowed, so inflow of cash 2000 positive. Go to profit and loss account, you will get interest. It is finance cost, payment of interest. So this is outflow written as negative in bracket. Dividend payment, opening balance of proposed dividend is to be considered as dividend paid during the year. So this is payment of dividend, opening proposed dividend minus 450. So cash flow from financing activity is 1750. Illustration 2C, using the data given in 2A, find out change in cash and cash equivalent. Cash and bank balance opening 600, closing 500. So decrease is 100. Cash equivalent, that is risk free and readily encashable investments, opening 100, closing 150. So increase is 50. If you add these two, cash and cash equivalent opening is 700, closing is 650. So net decrease is 50. There was decrease in cash and cash equivalent by rupees 50. Rupees are in lakhs. Illustration 2D. Now using the data given in illustration 2 to 2C, prepare cash flow statement. Cash flow from operating activities negative 550. Cash flow from investment activities negative 1250. Cash flow from financing activities 1750. So if you add this minus 550 minus 1250 plus 1750, you will get minus 50. Decrease in cash and cash equivalent. This is equal to decrease in cash and cash equivalent. So supposing if you consider opening cash and cash equivalent, which is 700, minus addition of all these three is 50. 700 minus 50 is 650, which is equal to closing cash and cash equivalent. Cash flow statement is largely used for management decisions. However, there is global trend in favor of inclusion of cash flow statement as part of corporate financial statement. In India, the SEBI has already issued a notification requiring the listed companies to include a cash flow statement in the annual report. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has also issued Accounting Standard 3 AS3 cash flow statement. It has now become part of financial statement of the listed companies. In this particular video, we have seen cash flow statement as per AS3, illustration showing cash flow from operating activity by direct and indirect method, cash flow from investing activity, and cash flow from financing activity. Thank you.